So I'm Representative Dave Pinto. I represent the southwestern part of St. Paul, and I am the House author of the bills for criminal background checks and for extreme risk protection orders. So thank you. And I'm joining this work by a number of colleagues, and maybe I can just have you all come up if you're willing. I've got so Representative Mike Freiberg is here, Representative Steve Swazinski I saw over there, Senator, didn't mean to demote you there. Representative Jack Considine, Representative Fu Lee, Representative Ilhan Omar, Representative Cheryl Joachim, Senator Scott Dibble, Representative Lori Pryor, Representative Lori Halverson, Representative Rena Moran was here, and am I missing anybody who's any of our colleagues who are here? I think I got everybody. Jack Considine, I did get Jack. There are two folks though who are here with us, but not physically with us right at the moment. And they're Representative Peter Fisher, and then our real champion, the person who pulled all this together, who is Representative Erin Maye Quade. Can we get a cheer for that? And of course, the reason that they are not here with us is because they are continuing the sit-in that so many of us have been participating in all the way along. Yep. They are feeling the love, they're feeling the support from this community on the steps of the Capitol and of course all around the state. So outside of my work in the legislature, I serve as a prosecutor. I prosecute gender violence, domestic violence, sexual exploitation, sex trafficking, and the nature of that work is that I see guns used a lot to intimidate, to threaten, to hurt. It is time that we do more to keep guns out of the hands of dangerous people.
Yes!
We look to our elected officials to keep our communities safe. And we have been looking to our legislative leaders over and over again saying, keep us safe. More than a year ago, these bills that I mentioned were introduced, and we kept asking and asking for hearings on the bills. Let's just have a chance to talk about these bills, okay? We finally got the hearings, and now we can't get a vote. That is absurd.
Yes!
So I want to make sure we're really clear on what the bills are that we're talking about. So criminal background checks, what that is there are background checks right now on most gun sales. The proposal is to have background checks on all gun sales.
Yes! Yes!
The same background checks that are good for most sales should presumably be good for all sales.
Yes!
Okay? This is not complicated. Bill number 2 just says that if family members or law enforcement have some big concerns that somebody is going to be a major danger to themselves, to others in the community, they can go to court, present evidence, and get an order that says, you know, for a temporary time, we should keep guns out of the situation. Makes sense, right?
Yes!
Okay. Both of these bills, both these ideas are in use around the country. And both of these ideas, as we know, have broad bipartisan support, as much as we just became aware, 90% of Minnesotans in support of them. So the thing is, we look to our legislative leaders to keep us safe, and we say, look, you handle that, keep us safe. Have it be that our children do not need to have the fear that they have. And let's remember, it's not just in schools, it's in movie theaters, and concert halls, and nightclubs, and church services, and prayer circles, and everywhere. Keep us safe, all these places. And they say, well, we're having some trouble with that. We say, tell you what, we'll give you these 2 specific ideas. They're in use around the country, and they're really popular, and they work. And they still won't give those ideas a vote. And so Representative Maye Quade said, you know what, it is time to take a stand, or really, to take a sit. Right? And so here we are with a brave champion saying, this is the time is now, bringing all of us together. So we need to send the word out all around the state to say it is unacceptable for ideas that are this good and that will help to keep us safe to not even let them get a vote. That is unacceptable.
Yes!
Right? And if they will not allow ideas that are this reasonable and this popular, if they won't allow even them to get a vote, well, then they are showing they are not taking your voice and our safety seriously, and indeed, it is time to vote them out. So here's the thing. We've got a couple weeks left. We'll be keeping our eyes very carefully on the Republican legislative leaders, okay? Give these bills a vote, give them an up or down opportunity, and we know that they will become law and that they will help to keep guns out of the hands of dangerous people. And if they do not pass that test in a couple weeks, well then, yeah, we know what's going to happen in November. The people of Minnesota are going to turn around and give their own test, and they're going to get a failing grade.
Yes.
So thank you so much. Thank you for being here to support all of us. Appreciate it.